Sup, my dudes, Valk here. And today I'm going to be talking about anime Vanguards with a trait tier list. You guys asked for this, so I'm going to go ahead and make it for you guys. I'm going to be explaining basically what units go really well with what traits and why. There is one addition to my list you'll see a little bit different than others, and that's Golden and Marksman. Well, two additions, because Golden on Speedwagon is obviously just W, but then Marksman's actually really good for certain supports because it has more range than Solar. Solar has 20% range, Marksman has 30% range, so if you put like Marksman on Alligator or Pain here, if you put Marksman on like Croc or Pain to give them that extra range, because Pain is full AoE on placement and Croc has a big cone on placement, and Marksman does really good with them. Outside of Marksman, you could use Solar, but you don't care about their damage, you just want more range coverage, so they're able to do this. So I think for these two units specifically, because you're going to be using them a lot, Marksman is a lot better. And guess who else goes here? Haruka Rin, another one, because once again, this gives you the absolute most range. And the only thing you care about on these three characters is range. So Marksman absolutely deserves a spot on this tier list, and basically, characters are going to want to use that. So next up, I think an easy one to get out of the way as well is Monarch. We're going to go ahead and put Monarch here for you, Monarch here for you, and one more Monarch here for you. So these three specifically with Monarch, Monarch is the best for these three units and not the rest, because even though that these are three placement units, Monarch for Sungjin Woo and Alucard both have active abilities that are based on the attack of the unit. And because the active ability isn't shared across multiple placements, like if you activate it on one placement, you can't activate it on another placement, this ends up being their absolute best in slot trait, because they're able to utilize the active ability to the best of their abilities by just full sending it and making it just a really fat attack stat. The other thing is Obito, Toby. Toby has a DOT, and I believe DOT does not stack, meaning the fact that if you can get his attack higher, get his attack really big, he's going to be able to apply a much bigger DOT. That's just how it is. So next up, let's talk about Ignis. Ignis can go either Ethereal or Deadeye, and the reason for that being is with Deadeye, he's a multi-hit full AoE at the very end, meaning Deadeye can dish out some serious damage, but Ethereal also gives him a lot of SPA down, and he has very high natural SPAs, meaning he's going to be able to be dishing out a ton of damage very consistently. So I think Deadeye probably is like the better damage boost overall, but I think Ethereal with the SPA down is going to be really beneficial. But either way, I think either one of these is fine. I don't think you can really go wrong with Ethereal or Deadeye. I think both are really good. So next up is Che. No questions asked. Che with Deadeye is absolutely the best trait, like, for her, because she just capitalizes on so much. She's 5 placement. She already gets, I think she gets like 55% crit rate or something out of it. I can't remember the exact number, 65. But she gets incredibly consistent with crits on Deadeye. She gets crazy crit damage. Yeah. Alright, so next up, Naruto. I'm gonna be real, Naruto can go. Naruto's really good with Solar or Marksman. Now, people are gonna be like, Valk, what are you talking about? Why? Well, one of the reasons Naruto is so buns is because his on-placement range sucks. His on-placement range is really bad, but he has a really good on-placement cone. So something like Marksman really helps fix those weaknesses, because he has good damage, he has good like AoE on placement. It's just whenever you push past that cone, he really starts to suffer, because he has really tiny AoE sizes and really high SPAs. So the one thing he really needs is range, and Solar and Marksman both give him that. While Solar gives him additional damage and a little bit of SPA down, which will be nice, but I think for him specifically, Solar is probably going to be your best option to look at, because it fixes a lot of his range issues. So Sasuke, once again, Marksman or Solar. Marksman, Solar, or Ethereal. I think either one of these. I'll go with Ethereal for the SPA down. The reason Ethereal is more SPA down, more stun, but realistically speaking, there is a stun lockout, so it doesn't even matter. So it's like more coverage. Like, he has good range already, so this doesn't really matter. Like, for Sasuke, it really doesn't matter what trait you have him on. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. We can just go ahead and put him Solar there. Put him next to Naruto. He likes being next to Naruto. Let's go with that. And then lastly, Vegeta. Vegeta, we're going to put with Ethereal because Vegeta already gets a lot of SPA down, and even more SPA down sounds fantastic. I believe Ethereal plus his natural passive ends up being minus 40% SPA, meaning he is doing a lot of damage very, very quickly alongside his passive, making him just a fantastic unit for just holding down early while you build up your farms or while you're trying to clear waves. You can put him in the back, let any bleeders get through and get dealt with by him because he's so cheap to place, so cheap to get first upgrade. He's just all in all a really, really, really good unit, and Ethereal just capitalizes that because he has good base range, he has good base stats, and Ethereal just makes it so you can get his SPA even lower. So next we have all the do not roll categories. Now I know you guys are going to be like, Valk, some of these are really good legendaries, some of these are really good epics, etc. But I'm going to be real, you just end up not using them because the best two are going to be Pain and Croc. You end up using these guys a lot. I know Killua stuns, I know certain stuff like that between all these epics and rares, but at the end of the day, I think you should save your rerolls for these two or all these units up here. I think anything on this tier list you should basically reroll for. But yeah, anyways, that's basically where I'm at with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I think Marksman was good enough to be included on the tier list, but other than that, I think this is kind of where you want to try to go with your units. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.